company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, Libertad resident is ambushed and fatally wounded in the presence of his family, including his 3-year-old son. A day of outing turns into tragedy for a family from the village of Guinea Grass as their 4-year-old toddler drowns at the dam in the Blue Creek community. And Orange Walk police investigate report of unlawful sexual intercourse made by 14-year-old minor. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Monday, June 5th, 2023.
And now, the hottest match of the evening. Get ready for action! Here they come. Amazing! They're unstoppable, unbeatable. They have them on the ropes. The heat rises to the top. 1, 2, and 3.
They're on fire! Chiladas.
Fire up the taste of Belize with the new Chiladas crunchy tortilla taco chips in its hot chili flavor. Fiery habanero brings the heat.
They're on fire! Chiladas.
From Snackers, done right, done here.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Don't move.
Appreciating the reality of aging hospital infrastructure countrywide, while bearing in mind the increasing risk of hurricanes and floods, this UP administration has ramped up efforts to secure capital for new hospital infrastructure to be established in strategic locations. Earlier this year, we were most pleased to secure a $32 million grant from our partner, the Republic of China, Taiwan, to build a new hospital in San Pedro to serve Ambergski and Caulker. $32 million. Again, the UDP, they claim they put it into their budget for about 3 years, boasting that they will build the San Pedro Hospital. It was never built. It is going to be built by the People's United Party government.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. A man was ambushed in Libertad village in the Corozal district on Saturday night. The incident has shattered the thriving community since reports indicate that the victim had just arrived at home with his family when a man unknown to him opened fire, fatally wounding Curtis Usher and injuring his 3-year-old child. Elmer Cornejo was in the village today looking for answers. Here is that report.
Who is the mastermind behind the fatal shooting death of Curtis Usher on Saturday night? Was it a hit or an act of jealousy? Those are some of the questions that need urgent answers, and answers that the family and friends of the deceased are hoping to get through a thorough investigation from the police department. It was about 9 p.m. when Usher arrived at his residence in Libertad Village in the company of his 26-year-old common-law wife Jasmine Williamson and their 3-year-old son. They had gone out to neighboring Concepcion Village to buy food and to fix a tire. Usher would not know it would be his last outing with his family before getting home and being shot in the presence of Caye Usher, his 3-year-old toddler, while on his veranda. Curtis Usher would then run behind his house and collapse shortly after. At the scene, police recovered 21 7.62 expended shells, which they believe is from the shooter's weapon, and 2.9 mm live rounds, which police suspect was fired from Usher's licensed 9mm Smith & Wesson firearm, which was found near his body. A magazine containing 7 live rounds was also found on the body of the deceased. Today, a broken Jasmine Williamson spoke to us off camera and related the horrible ordeal.
When we reach home, we step out of the vehicle and he then on the veranda and I then wait for me, and by the time I look for step out, we hear the rush like somebody come out, so we just turn around and look, and when we look, somebody just come out of the bush and start chat.
When you looked, you were already with Curtis on the veranda, or where were you?
I just got one of my foot out of the car, they come out, and when I hear the shot then I just get back in the car and lock the door. Then I realize that the baby is on the veranda and I need to me go and get tea, so I come out and grab her and we get back in the car.
And by this time, where was Curtis?
I just see him run the back, but I never know that he gets shot or so. Then I come out, figure I run to the neighbor, that when I see him in the back on the ground.
He was already dead?
No, he never dead yet.
Did he say anything?
Well, I didn't know stop, I just continue run.
Usher's death has the entire family in shock and disbelief, and the fact that his 3-year-old son was grazed by a bullet to the head also has the family concerned. And then your baby also got hurt.
Yeah, he get grazed in my head.
What are doctors saying about him?
He good. Nothing serious.
How many stitches did he get today?
Yes, a lot of stitch.
The shooter is described only as a tall male individual with a dark complexion who was dressed in dark clothing. Tonight, while police try to decipher this latest homicide, Usher's family are preparing to lay him to rest. What is left for them are now fond memories of the man who relocated to Libertad 6 years ago. How do you go forward from now, from this moment, from this point in time?
I don't know. I don't even know. Confused, lost.
And also, I wanted to ask you to describe your husband. Who was this person? You know, how long you've been together, that kind of stuff.
We were together like 5 years and change. You know, a nice person. Always like laugh. Always happy. Always there with we. Hi.
And What do you want to see, from the end result of this? How are you expecting this to finish?
I don't know. I don't know.
To the person out there that did this, what do you want to say?
I don't know what to say.
Police have no known suspects at this time. Elmer Cornejo, CTV3 News.
The body of Curtis Usher lies at the Corozal Community Hospital morgue awaiting a post-mortem examination. A wake will be held on Friday in Libertad at the family's residence. A second wake will be held on Saturday, followed by a funeral on Sunday in Tea Kettle Village. As we told you, over the weekend, a lone gunman shot and killed Curtis Usher in Libertad in front of his 3-year-old son. It happened on Saturday after Usher and his family had arrived back to their residence after going out to purchase some fast food for dinner in Concepcion. Today, police spoke about the matter in their Monday's press briefing.
On Saturday, the 30th of June 2023, around 9:23 p.m., police responded to a shooting incident at Libertad Village in the Corozal district. Upon the arrival, they found Curtis Usher, 36 years, with gunshot injuries. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Information is that Curtis Usher arrived at his house and was along with his Kamala when shots were heard coming from a bushy area, and as a result, he was shot. Investigation into this matter continues.
The report suggests that this may have been a hit. Any information received by the police so far to corroborate that report?
Not at this time. We have limited information that we're going on, and that is all we have at this time.
And as it relates to the extent of the shooting, I mean, this gunman had a high-power rifle. I think it's a 7.62. What should the police believe may be a motive at this time? Because obviously this may be someone who has access to, like I said, very powerful weapons.
Detectives are presently doing interviews and going through the evidence that was found at the scene, but that is all information we have at this time.
And Mr. Usher, two expended shells were found believed to belong to his firearm. So was it the case that he returned fire?
We are not sure. He was at his house and the shots were fired towards him. We're not sure if he fired any shots.
But expended shells were retrieved from his firearm?
I will need to check on it.
And his son, are you able to say anything about the extent of injuries his son received?
It was a minor graze, that is all.
ACP Alberto Romero says Usher had no run-ins with the law and there is no filed report on him. Police are still investigating the shooting death and are looking into the reports of the incident being drug-related. What was intended to be a family Sunday of relaxation and escape from the scorching summer heat for the Jimenez family from the community of Guinea Grass turned to tragedy after their 4-year-old baby girl drowned while at the Blue Creek Dam. The incident played out on Sunday afternoon as baby Lindsay visited the Blue Creek Dam along with her parents, siblings, grandparents, and other members of her extended family. The 4-year-old was reportedly swimming in the shallow water along with her siblings and cousins while members of her family looked on from the distance. The family had been at the popular swimming spot for several hours when they noticed that something was amiss. By the time another swimmer noticed that the little girl was underwater and managed to take her out, she was apparently already dead. While it is reported that others in the area attempted to conduct CPR on her body as they awaited medical personnel to arrive at the scene, it was to no avail. The 4-year-old was transported to Blue Creek for medical attention. However, she was pronounced dead on arrival. Today, Lindsay's paternal grandmother told us that the family would frequent the dam, especially during these hot summer days. They, however, would never have imagined that on Sunday they would be returning home without their baby girl.
Yendo a ir en el fall, ¿era algo que ustedes hacían constante como familia?
Sí, nosotros siempre vamos a pasar la tarde, siempre vamos así a refrescarnos. por todo el tiempo de calor. Las chiquitas dicen, vamos papi, esperamos ir en el fal. Pues él agarró y lo llevó. Pero no pensábamos que íbamos a regresar sin mi nene. Es muy duro.
Little Lindsay, or as she was more affectionately known, Siani, was the pride and joy of her family, being the first grandchild born to the Jimenez family.
Era bien pegada a nosotros. Ella para nosotros era todo para nosotros. Demasiado amor le teníamos a ella. Ella era mi nietecita. Parece que era más querida porque ella es la primera hija de mi hijo. La primera hija, 4 años tiene. En octubre va a cumplir 5 años. Ahorita ella sí va a ser graduada de preschool. Y su mamá ya estaba haciendo planes para su graduación. Pero Dios no lo quiso así. Se lo llevó muy rápido. Nadie pensaba que se iba a ir.
Today we visited the Guineagrass Roman Catholic Preschool where classes were cancelled and students participated in a special prayer service in remembrance of Lindsay, who was to graduate from preschool in less than 2 weeks. While her teachers were too distraught to speak on camera, the school administration told us that Lindsay was an exceptional young student, eager to learn and socialize with her friends. Her loss marks a great loss for the school and the community on a whole. The tragic loss of baby Lindsay over the weekend brings to light the need for emergency training in our community. Every year, members of the medical community, including those of the Emergency Medical Service, provide free CPR training for members of the community, while also highlighting the importance of being trained in these life-saving techniques. This year, during World Emergency Medical Service Day, Tito Garcia, who is an EMT at the Northern Regional Hospital, shared a few tips on what you can do as a bystander to help save the life of someone in need.
As civilians, sometimes we are the first one to a scene. And for us to be the first chain of survival is very important. Knowing what to do when you arrive at a scene, how to use your phone properly to call the police or to call the proper authorities, and learning how to maintain calm and knowing what to do with protocols and training. It's very life-saving. It's a very good thing to learn as a citizen and as a regular bystander.
When we arrive at the scene, the first thing I think everybody needs to do is call for help. You know, we have reached this stage that when everybody reaches our scene, they pull out their phone and they start video. No, the first link of survival starts with you, the community, you, anybody can just call for help, because when you start to do hands-only CPR, you tend to get tired and you need help.
To start, we place our hands in the center of a little below the center of the chest, and we hold firmly. And we stretch our arms, and the force comes from above elbow. So we start. We come up a little bit up on the patient, and we start to compress. You'll hear a little click on our mannequin, so that's a sign that we are doing a proper compression. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So in the case of hands-only CPR, it goes all the way to 100 and 120.
Free CPR trainings are offered to residents by various entities, including the Belize Defense Force, Red Cross, and also personnel at the Northern Regional Hospital. Police are investigating a report of unlawful sexual intercourse with a female minor, 14, in Orange Walk Town. The child, accompanied by a woman of unknown relation, reported that she had sex with a man known to her at a house in town around 11:30 p.m. on Friday, June 2nd. A medical examination confirmed carnal knowledge. Police are now seeking the alleged perpetrator. There was another murder that happened over the weekend. This time, police were called to a shooting incident on the peaceful island village of Caulker on Saturday. The victim was identified as 43-year-old Floyd Samuels, who was shot and killed at his house on Avenida Mango, known locally as the Back Street. His wife, Kimara Andrewin, was also at home when Samuels was shot at by two men who reportedly came by up to purchase Fonto. Andrewin received a gunshot graze, but when the shots receded, Samuels was dead on his couch.
On Saturday, the 30th of June 2023, around 7:36 p.m., police responded to a shooting incident at Kikaka village in the area of Mangle Avenue. Upon arrival, they found a male person motionless. The person was identified as Floyd Samuels. He was taken thereafter to the clinic where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Information is that Floyd Samuels was at his house along with his common-law wife, Kimara Andrewin, when two male persons came to the lower flat of the house, and one of the male persons fired shots towards the direction of the deceased. We have three persons in custody in regards to this murder. Kimara Andrewin received a minor graze, and she was treated and released from the clinic.
Did these men know the victim? Because they seem to have come to his house and called out for his name.
That is the information we gathered at the scene, that yes, they knew the person.
A motive behind this?
We don't have a motive. We are working on that right now. We are doing interviews to try to ascertain what transpired that led to this murder.
Floyd Samuels had minor run-ins with the law when he lived in Belize City before moving to Caulker. Police are working on finding a motive. Coming up next, police investigate chopping incident in Patchakan village, Corozal. Stay tuned.
If you're lucky, no matter what life hands you, you can always count on your closest friends to be there. Oh, thank you. My purse was exhausted. We are all blissfully unaware when our lives are about to change.
Life is full of surprises.
I'm ready to lose my virginity.
Excuse me? I got the list.
What list?
There's a whole brouhaha at school about this MILF list.
For real?
Our lunchtime fodder is not usually this lowbrow, I swear.
Really? Who have you been eating with?
It's a big step up for Che and me.
I've been having exit out of grief sex. It's just sex.
The world has changed since you've been out there. Men have feelings too.
Life's too short not to try something new. And just like that, I realized some things are better left in the past. But maybe not everything.
I'm most pleased to report that the nation that we have been able to secure roughly $90 million for the construction of a new 150-bed modern national referral tertiary care hospital in Belize. Given the vulnerability of KHMH to hurricanes and floods, the strategic placement of this hospital in Bamapan represents an important part of our climate resiliency building strategy in the provision of health care.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
There was a chopping incident that was registered in the village of Patchakan yesterday. Best information is that around 7:30 p.m. police were called in for assistance. When officers arrived at the place of the incident, they observed Irvin Martinez suffering from cut wounds to his forehead, left arm, and to the center of his left finger. Investigations revealed that a man identified as Oscar Orantes attacked Martinez and inflicted the wounds before fleeing from the scene. Martinez was taken to the Corozal Community Hospital and later transported to the KHMH due to the large cut wound he received between his fingers, which damaged his bones and nerves. Why Orantes attacked Martinez is unknown at this time. 3 men are in hiding following an attack on a Guatemalan national in San Pedro town. CTV3 News understands the incident happened on Saturday night. Official reports say 47-year-old Juan Carlos Moran Recinos heard a knock on his front door about 11:15 p.m. and when Recinos opened the door, 3 men attacked him. One of the men wielded a machete which he utilized to inflict several chop wounds to Recinos. Police are investigating. Jasmine Harton has paid the $75,000 fine due on a charge of manslaughter by negligence in the death of Senior Superintendent Henry Jamot 2 years ago in full. An official notice by Canadian Counsel for Harton, Seth Weinstein, confirmed that she has paid the fine. The statement says Harton wishes to express her sincere regret and remorse to the Jamot family for the loss of their beloved Henry. Harton accepts Justice Sancroft's ruling and, with the assistance of a friend, has paid the fine in full. Harton is looking forward to fulfilling her community service order as she collaborates with young women in Belize at the YMCA and hopes her production of a PSA in an effort to educate will be a practice long continued within Belize. It appears the council confused the YMCA with the Young Men's Christian Association, YMCA, which Justice Sancroft ordered the community service for. It concluded Mrs. Harton is anxious to now move forward and restore her reputation, which has been unfairly tarnished by the disparaging rumors and misrepresentations that have swirled since the tragic accident on May 28, 2021. Her primary focus, however, is to ensure that she can again be a loving and comforting mother. Presumably, that starts with the video the court ordered telling of her experience and what she learned. The payment of the fine was due by next May 31st in default 12 months imprisonment. There is good news for Belizean consumers tonight as the price of liquid petroleum gas LPG saw a significant decrease of 37 cents per gallon today, Monday, June 5th, 2023. This means that the wholesale price for LPG will now be $3.51, down from $3.88. In urban areas, the retail price will be $1.17 per pound or $5.11 per gallon, down from $5.48 per gallon. Prices in the rural areas will decrease to $1.19 per pound or $5.21 per gallon, down from $5.58 per gallon. According to the Supplies Control Unit, SCU, in the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, the decrease 37 cents per gallon is a result of a reduction in the acquisition price of both butane and propane. Authorities in India are investigating a deadly train crash that killed 275 people and injured over 1,000 more. It is the deadliest train crash in India's history involving 3 trains. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs joined the world in extending condolences as India reels from this tragedy. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs expresses its deepest condolences to the government and people of India over the tragedy that occurred in the state of Odisha. The government and people of Belize stand in solidarity with the government and people of India, the ministry noted. India's Railways Minister Ashwin Vaishwan said that the accident was caused due to a change in electronic interlocking and that an investigation will show who was responsible for that mistake. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Tuesday, June 6th here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.